Well, after his escape, he and Andy Dufresne made their way down the Thames River to Lake St. Clair.
Through 100 yards of shit. Okay. Welcome to Waywut, your weekly verbal double take. This is a rabbit hole podcast where a couple of old guys do moderate to shallow dives into various topics, ranging from true crime, paranormal, sports, pop culture, or anything else that we find interesting. We drop episodes every Tuesday, and then on Fridays if we feel like it. You can follow us on Facebook, X, TikTok, and Instagram. We appreciate you joining us. Now that we got all this self-promotion stuff out of the way, here.
Yep, it's that time again. My name is Jason, and today I am riding lead saddle as I lead the herd to another topic that made me say, wait, what? Joining me as always, riding bareback because he likes to feel the power between his legs, is Daryl.
That is absolutely not true. I haven't ridden horses very much. I mean, much to the shock of any of you non-Texans that think we all ride horses to school and shit.
I've only rode it twice.
I think 2 or 3 times is all I've ever ridden. And I'm not the biggest fan of it. It takes a lot of, I will say this, it takes a lot of leg strength to do it appropriately.
Properly,
the one time I ever got one going at a pretty good clip, I beat the shit out of my balls and I was like, never again, because you're supposed to like go with the rhythm and like kind of and
anticipate it.
I have no rhythm, I have no leg strength, I have no business being on a horse, and I hate this because I love horses, them. But
Ashley's been around a bunch of horses growing up, so she has a lot of riding experience.
Hey, don't talk about your friends that way.
Well, I have always been a dog lover, yet growing up, we only ever owned one dog. We had him when I was like 4 or 5 years old, and his name was Knothead. My dad named it, by the way.
I can tell.
The dog was a little over-aggressive, if you will, with the jumping up on you and knocking your little ass down. It didn't just work out for us. So much so we never got another dog. Now, skip ahead to my adult years, and there have been numerous dogs coming in and out of my house. Some stayed for a while, some stayed way less. One only stayed for a day. They all had their funny dog moments. They all had their moments of taking dumps in the living room, kitchen, bathroom, hallway, on top of other dumps, front bedroom, master bedroom, and of course, right where you need to step when getting out of bed.
Here's a nice piece of shit.
Now, the dog of my past I wanted to focus on today is Banjo. Banjo was a rescue dog. He was part Dachshund and I believe Corgi. And we only had Banjo for about half a year, but during that time with us, he made his mark. Banjo was an escape artist. Put him in the backyard, he would find a way out. Even when you think there is no way for him to escape, the little sucker would find a way. Open the front door to bring in some groceries, he would zip through your legs and would be gone. He could not be contained. He did this so often, he was very well known on our Housing Additions Facebook page. Hey, saw Banjo on so-and-so street. Banjo's out again. Hey, I have your dumb dog. It was daily. It wasn't like we were just letting him get out. We fixed holes, put up deterrents, yet it did not matter.
Was he fixed?
Yes.
Huh.
He just did not want to be in the house. Any chance he took, he got out. So he was a free spirit, and we could not hold him back. His free spirit of not wanting to be caged was the inspiration for this episode. So today we're going to discuss animal jailbreaks.
Oh, this should be fun.
I mean, it's just kind of funny. I could, a little half wiener dog, half booty dog, because corgis are all about that ass.
Mm-hmm.
And I could just imagine he's like, I want to run with the wolves. And sees the coyotes, and he's all like, my brethren, come to me, coyote brethren.
Oh, it was so every day. I mean, we put him outside to go pee. He would find a way out. We literally had to be out there with him, and he wouldn't find a way. I don't know how he was doing it, because we would find holes around the gate or around the fence, and we would plug them up, or he would dig underneath it. We would, plug that part up. He would find the damn way out. He was very, very elusive, especially when he left the door open to bring in the groceries or something, or just barely open it. He would just dart up between your legs and go.
Wow.
Yeah. But the first one we're going to talk about is a gorilla. This is one of several monkey primate species that made this list. They are extremely smart.
Gorillas are not monkeys. Monkeys have tails. Gorillas are apes.
Well,
Do not
whatever.
generalize your primates like that.
Well, regardless, they are all smart. They also have actual thumbs that make everything easier. Don't think so? Try doing anything with a broken thumb or even a sore thumb. It's just not damn possible.
You can still jerk off.
Weirdly.
That'll work.
Evelyn, a western lowland gorilla, executed several jailbreaks from the Los Angeles Zoo and Botanical Gardens in 1986. Evelyn used teamwork to escape, jumping on the back of one of her co-conspirators to vault over a 12-foot wall. I do believe we as humans have underestimated the jumping abilities of gorillas, as this is a common theme in this jailbreak episode. Now, when zookeepers raised part of the wall in response, Evelyn found a weak spot elsewhere, using the same male gorilla, Jim, to get over. Wonder what the male gorilla was getting out of it.
He's probably, like whenever she'd get up on his back to like jump over, he'd like cop a squeeze or so.
Just look up.
Yeah, maybe.
But like that on Bring It On, the male
Ready to
cheerleader.
get the thumb. I mean, I don't know. Okay. I mean, I know they don't have exactly the longest legs or anything, but gorillas and just apes in general have like they're fucking solid muscle. I mean, it's just so much muscle in there. So yeah, that shouldn't be surprised.
She did find other ways to escape prior and after her male cohort. She had previously climbed over a wall using handholds left during renovations. And in her latest escape in the year 2000, she summoned her best Tarzan impression and used a vine to swing across the 12-foot wide moat. She then spent an hour and a half looking at giraffes and elephants. She would not be easily swayed to go back into her enclosure, so they had to tag her with a tranquilizer dart, and she fell unconscious in a men's restroom. It is unclear if she needed to piss and misread the door, or just trying to sneak a peek. They are curious, by the way.
Very.
Regardless, she lived a very long life, 46 years, and an average age is 30 to 40. She was put to sleep in 2022 due to health issues, but she is truly a legend.
I love gorillas. I mean, for the longest, that's what I wanted to do, is study gorillas. Had a really cool experience with the gorilla whenever I was like 12. Is at the Dallas Zoo, and they have a pretty good exhibit for their gorillas there, and I was sitting up against the glass, sitting there just watching them, and a gorilla came over and he sat right next to me, and he was sitting there watching me, and if I'd move my hand a certain way, he'd start kind of copying me. And this gorilla it was just so cool that just having a gorilla just want to come chill out with me for a while.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I love gorillas. And that was my problem and it was something I figured out as I was getting older. It's like, as much as I love gorillas, like if you're studying them, you don't get to treat them like partners or pets or anything like that. They are subjects and they are property of whoever it is that's paying for your research. So I knew I would be able to
get attached to one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it. And so I was kind of like, I don't want to study them. I'll just keep looking at them through the zoo. At the zoo.
Well, speaking of the Dallas Zoo, this next one is tie into that. A 300-pound gorilla by the name of Jabari was sheltered at the Dallas Zoo.
I remember this one.
His pad consisted of 2 acres surrounded by a 16-foot concave wall. Somehow, Jabari escaped. During his escape, he injured a few zoo-goers, including a mother and son. Jabari snatched the 3-year-old son and began biting him. The mother tried fighting him to no avail and got slung across the concrete. Jabari eventually drops the boy and goes further into the zoo through the Wild of Africa exhibit. They chased Jabari for about 40 minutes until Jabari had enough and charged at two of the officers. They had no choice but to put Jabari down. To this day, the only explanation as to how Jabari escaped was he somehow scaled a 16-foot concave wall. Truly unbelievable. This also should lay to rest the hypothetical of 1,000 men fighting 10 gorillas or whatever the number is. The men don't seem to stand much of a chance.
I've always just wondered, what the fuck did that 3-year-old do? It's like, I mean, it's like, was he, sitting there just eating cotton candy, just staring at him, like, just dead eye staring at him, like, this is good.
Just taunting him.
You can't have none. You can't have none. He's like, I'll fucking eat your head instead, bitch. I mean, it sucks. I mean, the way I always kind of looked at that is, as much as I love gorillas, if I have one that's sitting there screaming and trying to bite a 3-year-old's head off, I'd put a bullet in his ass too. So I get it.
And if I remember right, didn't they spend like thousands and thousands of dollars and ask this consulting firm to come in and investigate how he got out? And
yeah, because
they still couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I remember because back then Russ Martin on the radio was like, he's like, "Fuck, I'd have done it for like $200. You just get in there, you just keep throwing rocks at the gorillas to watch how they jump out. You figure it out quick then." But I mean, it was shocking because it's like it's not a cheap ass enclosure. I mean, it's very well done and well put together. So, I mean, but like say Jurassic Park, life finds a way. So
yeah, it's one thing walking through the zoo and seeing the animals in their enclosure, but walking through a zoo and seeing one stand next to you, that would have totally be freaking out.
It depends on the critter.
Well, a gorilla.
Gorilla, yeah. I mean, well, a gorilla, if anything, there are certain things you can do and behave, like even if he's acting like an asshole, that will increase your chances of surviving. You don't look him in the eye. You hunch over, and you hope that he's kind of like, okay, cool, I don't need to kick your ass. You stare him in the eye, or you start screaming and running around. Yeah, they're gonna fuck you up. But like if a cheetah broke out, oh hell no, I'd be sitting there and come here.
Yeah, they're pretty docile.
Well, with people they are, yeah. Lion though, oh fuck that. No, I was like high ground, locked door, something.
Yeah.
If a rat got out, I'd just pick it up and throw it to you.
Oh my God, I'll be gone. I wouldn't be looking at rats. And the next one is, of course, more monkeys make this list. This happened 90 years ago in New York. And in 1935, more than 100 Rhesus macaques, hope I'm saying that right, escaped an enclosure on Long Island by crossing a moat via a plank left by a keeper. Talk about an oopsie.
I think it's macaque.
Macaque?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, I mean, otherwise it's like macaque got out.
I know.
That's problematic. But no, it's
ruins a joke I had there later.
It's macaque.
I'm saying it, okay, I'm still going to say the joke anyway. Macaques ran wild in the surrounding community. The macaques ran wild in the surrounding community, climbing on houses and blocking train tracks. Can you imagine being a resident close to this enclosure and going outside to grab the newspaper or having a cup of coffee on your front porch and you see 100 monkeys running up and down the street?
I'd be like, who the fuck's playing Jumanji?
What the fuck is happening? What's in this coffee?
Who the hell's playing Jumanji? You get that shit sorted out.
Where's that barrel
see,
at?
Like see the monkeys on the motorcycle, like a Jumanji.
A little bit of Jumanji wisdom there.
Shit.
God, I would go back to bed.
I would go back to bed. If I saw a fuck ton of like wild African animals run down the street, my first thought would be Jumanji.
Come to me, my jungle friends!
My first thought, I guess, would be the scene on Ace Ventura when he's like, "Come with me, jungle friends," and all the birds and everything starts flying out of the jungle.
Yeah. No.
Oh, oh man, I couldn't imagine. That'd be just crazy. While some of the macaques returned to their enclosure voluntarily and others were captured, it's unclear whether all of them came back. Normally, when a macaque is loose, whether it's mine or yours, it doesn't want to go back.
Ha 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 ha. Whether it's my cock or your cock, macaque or your
Yeah.
cock.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't have the same ring to it as macaque. No. Oh well.
Yeah, I imagine. I mean, monkeys. I imagine are pretty willful. But imagine it's not easy getting them to do anything that they don't feel
No,
like they want to do.
no, they could start a whole society and just start stealing people's cameras and cell phones and then sell them.
I feel like you're being racist right now.
What? No, I'm talking about the animal episode where they were stealing everybody's stuff.
Oh, you're
The
talking about
tourist stuff.
okay, the ones in South Africa. Okay, all right.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I just know that I was like, man, why is he going to technology? I'm surprised not like, yeah, they'll take your tennis shoes and your car and be like, Jason, stop it. That's problematic and I don't appreciate it.
Oh man, that's funny. Well, the next one. In 2011, an Egyptian cobra spent nearly a week on the lam after slipping away from keepers at the Bronx Zoo. Yeah, the zoo closed down its World of Reptiles exhibit as a precaution, and the venomous cobra ended up turning up 6 days later, not too far away from the enclosure. The snake, however, gained a sizable following on Twitter with about 119,000 followers. And during his time on the lam, he had some pretty funny posts. The Cobra did on this X account. First post was, "A fly having a Twitter account? Ridiculous. If you believe a groundhog can predict the weather, I'd like to introduce you to a meerkat with some great stock pics." And this is my favorite one. "'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. It was delicious."
I was going to say, not a creature stirring because he fucking bit everybody because Cobra. God, I hate snakes.
Yeah, I don't know how they let that one slip through. That's something you'd think they would have a pretty good handle on. And his last little post was, "Dressing up as Indiana Jones for Halloween this year."
That's kind of ironic. Indiana Jones hates snakes.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Ha 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 ha.
All right, flamingos.
Hey, when you edit this one, make sure you put a timestamp. Skip Daryl's movie rant, and you say what time they need to skip to, so that they can get avoid listening to me bitch about movies.
We could leave it in there. Who knows?
No, everybody that listens on the audio platforms, they're stuck with it. They'll just have to keep hitting skip until they hear Jason say animals, and they're like, okay, we can stop.
Animals. Here we go. Flamingos. Flamingos are making another appearance on this podcast. Flamingos numbered 492 and 347 were housed at Sedgwick County Zoo in Kansas.
Those are peculiar names.
Yeah, just numbers.
Did they get those from their mom? Is it Turkish? Is it Jewish? Wait, where does that name come from?
It's a family name. The two flamingos escaped in 2005 by catching a passing breeze while waiting to get their feathers clipped. They saw an opportunity and they took it. Then they spent the next few days giving zookeepers the middle finger as they could not be reached as they were in a nearby marsh drainage area. A thunderstorm came through, sending them even further away. Flamingo 347 made it far north. Some reports say Minnesota, some say Michigan. Regardless, it was way too damn cold for a flamingo to just be walking around in the north. It is believed he perished shortly after his arrival.
But he died free.
He died free, that's right. William Wallace, baby.
That they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom.
On the other hand, Flamingo 492, now known as Pink Floyd, made its way south as far as the Gulf of America. Pink was spotted in Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas for the next 17 years. He was last captured on camera in 2022. For all we know, he could be hiding in plain sight as people from these states love flamingos in their front yards.
My thing is was it still pink when it was
Yeah.
being? Because you know why they're pink, right?
Because of the seafood and the shrimp they eat.
But it's something that they eat, yeah, and there's specific things that they eat. So I don't know if that's just available out in the Texas countryside for them. They're not native here.
No,
And
but there
also-
are marshes and stuff, so they can eat whatever little fish or whatever they find.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing I got to wonder. You know, you got Pink Floyd and Pink Roy, let's say. Whatever, you know, I don't want to call him by a number. It's demeaning. But do you imagine them having an argument? It's like, dude, let's go this way. And he's like, no, I'm going this way. And it's like, dude, you know, let's go that way. I have a feeling it's gonna be warmer this way. Fuck you. I'm tired of hanging out with you. I didn't escape just so I can be strapped down and have to do what you say. Wherever you go, I'm just going the fucking opposite. And then like eventually he's sitting there freezing to death and he's like, God damn it. Why do I do this to myself?
Don't you realize all the other birds fly south?
He's sitting there watching them go.
Where y'all
And
going?
He's like, I'm not turning around. He was not right, God damn it. He was not right.
I'm too dug in at this point.
You expect me to just crawl back and say, you were right. I'm not doing it.
Too prideful. All right. The next one is a sea lion by the name of Cyril. Escaped his enclosure at Storybook Gardens in London, Ontario.
How do you spell his name?
Syril.
Cyril.
Cyril. It's a kind of a weird word. I've never heard of that one before.
I mean,
Cyril.
Cyril is an actual name. Cyril, I think that's probably some made up shit from Buck Rogers or Battlestar Galactica or something.
I don't know. It sounds like something they eat for breakfast.
No, that's cereal, but okay. All right, move on.
Say it the way I used to say it. Cyril.
Move on to Cyril the sea lion.
Cyril.
Cyril.
All
There
right.
you go.
Well, after his escape, he and Andy Dufresne made their way down the Thames River to Lake St. Clair.
Through 100 yards of shit. Okay.
Yep.
No, it was 400 yards.
It was a long-ass way,
Four
yeah.
football fields of piss and shit. All right. No.
Oh, man. At some point, the sea lion managed to skip the country, crossing over the international border into the U.S. as he made his way down the Detroit River and into Lake Erie.
Whoa. He got from UK.
Is in Ontario, London, Ontario.
Oh. All right. So he's an illegal immigrant. Are we going to send him back?
Yeah, well, hang on. It took 10 days for a zookeeper in Toledo, Ohio to finally capture him. The Canadian version of ICE loaded him up at this point and had his name changed to Slippery in the back of a station wagon and took him and the rest of the Griswolds back to Canada. He has since been...
So wait, he went down a freshwater river for how many days?
He was gone 10 days for a zookeeper to find him in Ohio. He made his way down the Detroit River and into Lake Erie.
He's a survivor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are saltwater critters that are used to eating saltwater animals and running from saltwater predators. So,
yeah,
I mean, the fact that he didn't end up being a lunch of a bear or something else. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Cyril's a badass, or Slippery. I mean, Cyril was his slave name.
Well, the place he escaped from, Storybook Gardens, thought he was a badass too because they immortalized him with a statue. They put a statue of him up at their gardens.
I appreciate that. I mean, did they just do that but like privately in the back, they were like hitting him with a belt, saying "fuck you"?
Bounce that ball on your nose.
They probably appreciated the publicity. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. The last one is Kenneth Allen, or AKA Harry the Houdini. Harry spelled Hairy. He's an orangutan. And even at a young age, it was evident that he had a knack for being an escape artist. In the zoo's nursery, he learned to escape his crib by simply removing the bolts. His first escape from his enclosure happened on June 13th, 1985. Before being led back to his cage, he simply wandered around the zoo, looking at all the other animals as if he were a visitor. That was when the orangutan rose to fame. After his first escape, zoo officials increased security measures around his pen, which consisted of an open area with a jungle gym and a large moat located near the back. Large moats keep coming up here, and yet they keep finding ways to come across them. I don't think it's
they're
deterring them
smart
very
critters.
much.
What I love though is like you'd stick us in the same situation and we'd be fucked. I mean, we would sit there and try to build something to get across, but jumping across was just not be an option. We're just, they'd have us trapped whenever the apes take over.
Yeah, the moats would be very different if it was located around us instead of a monkey. Yes, they would actually deter things. Anyway, his area consisted of an open area with a jungle gym and a large moat located near the back. A massive wall that Trump would be proud of stood behind the moat, and 4 more feet were added to it. Still, it wasn't enough to prevent Ken from getting free again. In July, he climbed the wall again, and it was found in the enclosure of another orangutan named Otis. For whatever reason, he was throwing rocks at him. Yeah, he was throwing rocks
hoping
at
you
Otis.
would get to this. I know. I already know this story. I love this story, and it's one of my favorite parts. I mean, at first, you hear it, and it's like, oh, he's so cute. I was in there just like looking at the other animals, but then like you find out, it's like, oh, he can't fucking stand this other orangutan, so he just gets out just to fuck with him. He's like,
Yeah,
what you gonna do, bitch?
yeah.
Can you escape like I did? Oh no, you can't because you're too stupid. Fuck you.
Now, for whatever reason, it was noted that Ken hated Otis. Not sure why, as orangutan jealousy is hard to fathom.
Maybe Otis banged his mom or something. He's like his stepdad or something, or his stepbrother. He's like, fuck you.
I know, I did think it was funny. He only broke out to go throw rocks at another orangutan.
It's my favorite part of the story.
That was pretty funny. Well, in August, he broke out for a third time. Some zoo workers had left behind a crowbar in his pen.
Oh my God.
The last pen you want to leave something in, they leave a crowbar.
I don't know what happened. I just left the keys to my car and directions to how to get to the airport. I don't know how I got out.
Idiots. Well, the orangutan, of course, found it. Ken found it and gave it to another orangutan, Vicky, who was able to pry open a window and let Ken out. Vicky was paid 2 packs of smokes for her efforts. After that incident, he was transferred to an indoor pen with a black and white television that had 1 working channel, while zookeepers worked on securing his exhibit. Ken became such a celebrity that the zoo began selling shirts with his face printed on them. He even had a fan club called the Orangang, kind of like that. Meanwhile, the zookeepers struggled to keep Ken contained. A total of roughly $40,000 was spent on fortifications for his enclosure. They surrounded the moat's wall with electric wire and had rock climbers look for possible escape routes. The electric wire seemed to deter Ken at first, but 2 years later, he snuck out again. This shit, I'm out of here. When his enclosure's water pump clogged, the moat dried up. He crossed the dry moat, hoisted himself up, waved the middle finger in the air, and was gone before anyone could notice. He was caught
Hey,
again.
Otis, I'm going to go fuck your mom again, bitch. I'm out.
Oh, man. He was, of course, caught again, and this time they tried another tactic in keeping him in. The zookeepers added female orangutans to his pen, thinking he might be lonely and they could serve as a distraction. Boy, were they wrong again, as he proved to be a bad influence on his new companions. A few months later, 2 of them escaped from the pen, and overall there was a total of 9 breakouts.
Once he actually had like other orangutans in there, I almost met. Did you ever watch Hogan's Heroes?
Mm-mm.
All right, so for those of you that are younger than me and never watched it, Hogan's Heroes was a TV show where it was about POWs in World War II. And they're from, like France and England and America and all that, in a German POW camp. And they were there on purpose because they would run like espionage stuff, under the noses of all the it was a comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And they would do it under the noses of the Germans, which is so hilarious because there's no way that show would happen today. Because, it's like, oh no, they said Nazi. And it's like, yeah, they said it a lot in there. They said Heil Hitler a lot too. But it was a hilarious show. I can almost imagine these orangutans doing the same thing where they like lift up a rock and that leads down to a tunnel where they have like, you remember how he had the black and white TV earlier? He's got like a colored flat screen TV with an Xbox in it. They're sitting there playing there, and he's sitting there, monkey talking to people while he plays Call of Duty, and then every time he escapes, because like somebody said, "Fuck you, kitty, fuck you and your mom." He's like, "Oh, bitch, I'm getting out. I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm coming."
Yeah.
But I could see him having like a whole setup down there, and they're all running like stuff over. They have a tunnel that goes over to Otis's cage just so that they could go in there and like give him wedgies and shit.
We're never gonna forget Otis.
Poor Otis.
Oh, poor Otis. I don't know. That part was the funniest part, though. Like, of all the things he did to break out, the one thing he did was to go pick on another orangutan.
That's like a dude breaking out of prison to make sure that he like gives the middle finger. Like, it's like his wife just wanting to divorce him while he's in prison. He breaks out of prison, goes all the way just so he could, give her a piece of his mind and throw his wedding band at her. Fine, fuck you. Now I'm going back to prison. I'll see you later.
Oh, man.
Have a nice life. Real petty bullshit.
Well, anybody that knows how to do AI real good, I would love to see an orangutan playing video games with a headset on. That'd be pretty funny.
Or people that can actually just draw. You forget that people can art on their own.
Very true.
So, yeah.
The Sasquatch videos are pretty funny.
Oh,
Sasquatch AI videos. I just found this booger sugar in the forest. Somebody left it behind.
There's some that are alright. I mean, all the crazy ones with like Stephen Hawking doing like half pipes and bull riding and shit like that, or Martin Luther King doing a heel turn in wrestling. Have you seen that one?
I saw him do a stand-up comedy routine.
Oh my god! But he's doing like the wrestling one. He sits there, he's like. I don't have a dream anymore. I am the dream. And he rips open his shirt. It's like NWO. He starts kicking somebody's ass.
You want to know the truth? I ain't got no dreams no more. I am the dream. Oh, did he just say that? The crowd is turning on.
Okay, I'm going to have to look that one up. The one I saw, he was doing stand-up. Oh, he was comparing himself. It was funny. It was funny.
God. It ain't gonna be as good as that wrestling one.
No, I don't think so. Oh man,
you better watch. You better try to find it. The people that designed the AI that did that blocked that one from happening again. Like they thought it was disrespectful, and I'm like, "Fuck you! That's amazing."
Yeah, it's pretty damn funny. You can't take a joke about it. Oh man,
we love heels in wrestling. I mean that was a good thing.
Yeah. Well, in 2000, Ken Allen was diagnosed with the B-cell lymphoma at the age of 29. The decision was made to euthanize him, and the zoo installed a memorial in his honor. Another legend deserving of a memorial.
It's outside of a cage, right? They did the cage his memorial. That'd be pretty fucked up.
That would be fucked up.
Fuck you. Escape that bitch.
Oh. Well, that will do it for this trek down animal jailbreaks. Did you have a pet that escaped often? Or did you help an animal escape from the zoo? Let us know. And check back with us next week as Daryl will get off his horse and walk bow-legged towards a topic that made him say, "Wait, what?"
I'll support that one. That's true. Bye.
See y'all later.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Wait What? This show's available on YouTube, Good Pods, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and pretty much anywhere you listen to podcasts. We love to hear from you. Please comment on what you just listened to, pass along episode ideas, or just talk to us at Waywut Podcast in our Facebook group or on TikTok, Instagram, or X. Again, we really appreciate you joining us. come back again to hear about some stuff that will make you say, wait, what?